Hello everyone, Danny Garola here, Pink Barn Stamper. You are here for another episode of Make It Monday. So today I am going live a few minutes early here. So I am going to give you guys some time to all start coming in here. As you guys may notice, things look a wee bit different here. I am officially in the barn, in the pink barn that is. When we get going, as soon as our time is straight up on 6 o'clock, I will then give you guys kind of a little tour in here. So this time change thing has really messed with me. Number one, I thought time change was happening on the 7th. Boy, was I off. So thank God my mom informed me today that no, it was on Sunday the 3rd. Well, I had already created my little thing in here to go live, so I had to quickly run over here, switch the time on my video, because even though Arizona is one of the few states that does not have daylight savings time, I still want to keep my times consistent. So I am staying at the 5 o'clock Pacific, 6 o'clock Mountain, 7 o'clock Central, and 8 o'clock Eastern. So with that, it is actually 6 o'clock here, but I go live 5 Pacific. So I have to really kind of watch what I'm doing, because because half the year I am Pacific time and then half the year I am Mountain time, even though my time doesn't change. So it's a little bit screwy and kind of messes with me a little bit. But I'm trying to work through it. So gosh, it feels like forever that I haven't been on here, but last week I did my video inside of the house, and my husband got all my electrical set up out here. He got my we didn't get the mini split hooked up yet because we're still waiting for our electrician to come in and do that. Hello, Wendy. And but he got all the lights set up, and I've got my table kind of set up how I want it. I'm not sure exactly if I'm going to keep it the way I have it. I was kind of wanting to do kind of a U shape for my table, so I'll kind of play around with that. But I've got my coffee pot hooked up because that is essential. We do have an electric fireplace out here. So my husband so graciously, because I was saying, oh, I better go out and turn that on so it's warm out there tonight when I'm doing my video. And when he got home today, he already came out here and turned it on for me. So when I walked out here, I asked him, I go back in the house and I go, oh my gosh. I said, did you turn the heater on outside? And he goes, yeah, I did. And I go, well, thank you, because I forgot all about it this morning. Hello, Kim. Definitely need the coffee pot. Absolutely, girl. Yep, that is the way it is. And I already made myself my cup of coffee so I could sit here and have it. So we are officially in fall weather here. It is the most wonderful time of the year, I must say. And so yesterday we had a full day of rain. And it wasn't like our monsoons, the heavy downpour kind of rain. It was one of those like steady just rain, and oh my gosh, my plants just loved it. But that did take us down to like the 40s last night as far as the temperature is concerned. So today, I think they said that we got up to like 60, 70, somewhere around like that. They did say that by the end of the week we might be up in the 80s, but they don't see that happening. So I'll take it. I love this kind of weather. This is just amazing. So, back to the barn. As you can see, I am in here. I've got it somewhat set up. I still have to put together a couple of the drawers that go on my calyx that I got at IKEA. I have the drawers sitting here that I still need to put together. They only had one of the paper storage units, so I obviously only got to have one. So we're gonna have to definitely make another trip in the next couple of weeks up to Phoenix so I can get a couple more of those. But then I have my other little storage things now. Eventually, I plan on getting rid of those and doing another calyx, or however you say that, the IKEA shelving. But my friend has been out a couple of times the last week, and she has been kind of giving me pointers on how to set things up. So it's been kind of nice. At first I wasn't gonna set my other desk that I had in the house. I wasn't gonna set it up like this. But now that I have it set like this, I really like it because then I'm kind of tucked in. And like I said, when I take the camera off and show you, I'm kind of tucked into this nice little space with the big desk over here. And then I have it wrapped all the way around. So then my machine is right behind me and I can use that. My printer is right there. That is handy. All my die cuts and embossing folders are here, ready to grab. And then of course I have now a whole shelf that I can just put little knickknacks on. I have to put new batteries in that, but that was in my daughter's room and she never really had it on. So I was like, hey, that would be kind of cute if I put the lettering in there for, you know, the pink barn. So I need to put batteries in that. But I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to grab the camera. I'm going to flip you guys around and I'm going to kind of give you guys a little tour. So hold tight so I don't make anybody sick. Okay, so I went and I also got one of the Billy bookshelves to put my Cricut and all my stamp sets on there. And don't mind the little window unit there. That's why I kind of have the little pink curtain. And there's that picture you guys are used to seeing over at my mom's house. But that is the old shelving system that I had used. We had got those quite some time ago from Michael's. As you can see, they're very haggard, not pretty. And then these are the new shelving systems, the calyx that I got from IKEA. And look, I finally put my little haunted house together. Now that is all going to be put up above. Where am I at? That's going to go up above inside of the totes. So we have a loft up there. And then if I flip around to this side, I have another loft up there. And as you can see, I've got bottles of water up there. And so we have the wiring and all the plugs and stuff still out until we can do the insulation along with the drywall. But as you can see, I've kind of set this up a little bit. This is the table. Sorry, I'm very wiggly, you guys. Hopefully I'm not making you guys ill. So I've got my table. I'm going to buy another table, and then I have a small one of these. So I was thinking of bringing one out, doing the small one in the center, and then doing the other one this way. So then when people come, they have plenty of room. And then we've got a couple of signs that I'm going to hang up. I found this so when we were on vacation up in Cottonwood, there was an antique shop. And I found that big metal frame there, or kind of a sign. And so I got that. My friend actually brought me this tree. It plugs in, it has lights all on it. There's my fake fireplace. And it has the little lights, I guess, in it that make it look like it's crackling. But then I have my coffee pot. Then there's the mini split right there. So then if I turn you guys all the way around, this is where I sit back here. So there is that big desk that I had over at my mom's house. Look, my friend brought me all these little tiny, I guess Walmart had them on clearance. And I've still got some totes that still need to go up. But she found these on clearance for like $3 at Walmart. So she got me quite a few of those because I thought those would be cute little photo props. So this is where I sit. This is where I work. This is that big desk that was over at my mom's. And then that's the desk that I used to work at in my bedroom. And then that is all of my cardstock inside of that little 2-drawer filing system, and then that's like a bunch of knickknacks in there. But yeah, so it's actually turned out really nice. I bought these little half window curtains. So yeah, it actually is coming out quite nicely. So I'm excited. So let me get you guys hooked back in here and we will get on with the show. So yeah, I'm super excited how it turned out. It is so nice out here. I have the TV set up. So if I start finding myself like kind of going stir crazy because it's so quiet out here. I'm not used to being around quiet. I've got kids. So I'm used to the house. There's always no noise going on. There's either animals outside making noise. There's kids inside of the house making noise. So sometimes I just have to have the TV on just to make noise because it's a little too quiet out here. So yeah, so I'm so excited to be out here though. I can just kind of come out here, do my own thing. I don't get interrupted by anybody. Yes, it is. And it's an amazing space. I know my friend, like I said, she's been coming over like every other day. And we've been working on a couple of projects together. She actually just signed up as a team member under me. So we've been really working on a lot. I've been showing her a lot. We actually have some projects in play that we are working on. So it is an amazing space to just, that I can call my own. Now, not to say that my husband can't come out here and play with his Legos, and he is going to start coming out here working on cards with me. So that's going to be fun and maybe a little scary at the same time. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. All right, you guys. I am going to get you guys flipped around. We are going to make some beautiful cards tonight. I don't know what was going on. So what was it? Saturday, I woke up with my ear like really bothering me. I was like, what the heck is going on? Like, I haven't done anything. And I mean, it couldn't be an ear infection. Nothing has really happened. So then Saturday, it bothered me really like all day long. I even put cotton in my ear. I put some coconut oil in my ear. And I couldn't figure out what was going on. So then Sunday, yesterday, I woke up and it was actually feeling okay. But then my husband woke up in the middle of the night, like Sunday morning at like 1 o'clock in the morning with a pounding migraine headache. So he had gotten up and he had taken some Tylenol and stuff so he could actually go back to sleep, because normally he can sleep through a headache, but this was so bad it actually woke him up from a dead sleep. So he goes and he takes something, goes and tries to lay back down, but then he has to get up at 2:30 in the morning anyways to head to work. So he didn't really get that much sleep. And then, so on Sunday, I get up. I'm actually feeling fine. My ear was actually feeling fine. I thought, maybe it was just a little fluke thing that was going on. And then my husband calls me and he goes, I'm coming home early. And I was like, oh, okay. Because sometimes he gets off early if he gets the job done. And he goes, no, he goes, I'm not feeling well. He goes, my throat's kind of scratchy. So he had to stop at our friend's house, which her daughter just had a baby a couple weeks ago. And then they have her father-in-law who lives with them, who's elderly and is on hospice. So I was like, if you're not feeling well, do not go in the house. Just call her and have her meet you outside with what you need to pick up. So he did, and he comes home and he like gets all dressed up in his like hoodie, and he's sitting on the couch and he's just like shivering. He's got sweatpants on, and I'm like, what is going on? And he's like, my throat kind of feels scratchy. He goes, my head is just still kept killing me from this headache that I got. And he goes, and I feel kind of achy. And I was like, oh, great. You know, it's that time of year, but I mean, we haven't been around anybody or done anything. But my husband does work in the grocery business, so he's around a lot of people all day long. So he comes home today, and I go, so my ears started bothering me again, which it did this morning. It kind of started bothering me, and it's been kind of feeling very muffly, and it'll get this sharp pain inside of it. And so it started happening again today, and then my throat started feeling kind of scratchy, and then I started feeling kind of nasally. So I told him, I'm kind of, and then my eyes are watering like crazy. And so I'm kind of not feeling all that well today. I mean, I'm not bad. and I'm surviving. But I was like, yeah, I can kind of feel like I'm maybe getting something, or just something's a little off. Maybe it's allergies. I don't know. And so he goes, oh, he said, we have COVID. I was like, what are you talking about? You're a loon. What's going on? You're just gonna randomly throw out that we have COVID? What is your deal? And he said, he goes, no. He goes, so one of the guys at work came back today, and he said that he just tested positive for COVID. And my husband was like, thanks, dude. He's like, you could have told me this a couple of days ago. And he said that he had just tested, so that's how he found out that he was positive. But he was not feeling well. And so my husband was like, well, you could have at least said that, hey, you thought you were getting a cold or whatever. And so I could know to like stay clear of you. So whatever. I really don't think it's COVID. I mean, it does. Oh, and so that's what brought him to tell me this, is because he said that the guy told him that it was really, really weird because when he started feeling like he was getting sick, his ears started killing him and he had no idea why. I was like, really, dude? That's what you have to come at me that my ear is hurting? So he said, he goes, well, it would make sense, right? He just had COVID and your ear is hurting and his ear was hurting. I was okay, if that's what we need to chalk it up to, great. But I told him, I said, I go, the last 2 times we had COVID, it's been a couple of years, but I told him, I said, or maybe it's been a year, whatever. And I told him that this doesn't feel anything like what I had. Not that we had it really bad then, but then I thought, oh my gosh, remember one of the main symptoms wasn't that headache. And guess who woke up with that headache? So I don't know. I don't care. It is what it is. Not like you can do much about it. So I was just like, okay, well then I guess we just need to stay at home. I said, stay away from everybody. I said, especially stay away from my friend, even though she was just over here yesterday. But yesterday was like my good day. My ear wasn't hurting or anything. So I don't know. We'll just call it what it is. I guess we can't stay away from all of it. If you're going to get something, you're going to get it from someone. So, all right, you guys, I'm going to get you guys flipped around. We're going to talk a little bit business, and then we're going to get into these beautiful cards that I have to share with you tonight. So hold tight so I can get you guys flipped around. Now, I will let you guys know that I do have to kind of play with my placement here. So keep your eyes shut if you get sick, like motion sickness or anything like that. I will tell you when I am done kind of messing with this camera so I don't make anybody nauseous. We don't want to be nauseous while we're crafting. That's not fun. Okay, let me tip this down just a little bit, and then I think we will be... Okay, I think I'm going to call that good. You guys can open your eyes now. All right, I think that looks pretty gravy, baby. So I just created our event for mystery stamping. I did post it on the Pink Barn Stampers group. So the event is already created for that. I am going to be putting out the supply list on the 6th. So that is this Wednesday. I will do the live mystery stamping on the 13th, which is next Wednesday. And then I will be drawing the winner from all of you who submit your cards on the 20th. So yeah, so join my event. It's really fun. Get your cardstock and paper all ready on Wednesday the 6th. And then we will do the live and put that card together on the 13th. So that'll be super fun. So that is mystery stamping for the month of November. Right now, we are in the full swing for you. Look, all my papers are upside down. Isn't that goofy? We are in the full swing to subscribe to Filled with Joy. This is going to make 8 projects, 8 stockings with 8 gift tags. So that's going to be super fun. These are going to make great gift giving. And so it says celebrate Christmas with adorable stockings and gift tags. It's going to come with pre-cut paper pieces, safety pins, and specialty gold foil. And then it's gonna also come in this great little unique box that you can then give gifts in as well. So this, you can subscribe through November 10th. You will find the link in the description of this video. We have, starting tomorrow, we have a whole new line of online exclusives happening. And so this is one of the pretty suites that we are going to have. Now, this one is called the, what did I do with the other one? I guess I didn't print the other one off. This is called the, now if the whole suite, if you get that, it is called the Marbled Elegance. And I've kind of heard through the grapevine that the upcoming catalog is not going to have too many Valentine's things. So this is kind of the time to get this set. I really do think this is going to be very, very popular. I am really loving this die set. This is called the Hearts of Elegance dies. Now there's all these different kinds of nesting hearts here that you can die cut. So we haven't had a bunch of hearts like that that can kind of correspond with each other. So I think this is going to be a really, really popular set. And look how gorgeous this marbling paper is. Now, if you don't really care for the marbling, the flip sides are more of a patterned look to them, but it does have your pinks, your reds in there, and even that gold foiling for a touch of that elegance. Then there is the Happy Hibiscus bundle. Now this is a hybrid bundle, so it's going to correspond with that embossing folder along with the dies and the stamp set. And then there's also another one that is called Otterly, hold on, let me look really quick before I give you guys the false information that I don't want to spew. It is called Otterly Adorable, and it is going to be all those super cute little otters. There is actually a sweet collection with that. I did post those videos. I posted about this Marbled Elegance suite and the Otterly Adorable suite. You can check on my business page, Pink Barn Stamper. They're on Facebook. And you can go down, and once you see the two photos of that, I actually put links in the description that you can click on it. It'll take you right over to YouTube so you can watch those videos and see, it's their YouTube videos that Stampin' Up! Put out for us to be able to share with you guys to show you those upcoming sets. So you can kind of see what there is in there, and they show some cute projects as well. So that's always fun. Okay, so let's see. Oh, so again, those are going to be open to the public starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's the 5th, right? Yeah. Make sure I'm where I'm supposed to be with my dates. Like I said, I am so screwed up with this whole time change thing, even though it doesn't like remotely affect me because Arizona doesn't have time change, but it does affect me as far as doing videos and having a business and having to pay attention to everybody else's times. Okay, so November, I have a new host code out. So when you shop with me and you spend $35 or more, please use my new host code here for the month of November, and you will get the cute card pack in the mail. This is enough cardstock and supplies to create the 3 cards that I'm going to make tonight. Now, you will need to have this bundle here. This is the Golden Greenery bundle. This is the stamp set along with the dies. Now, I have brought in a couple of other items that coordinate with this. This is a whole suite collection that you can get both bundles in a suite collection. It also comes with these really cute embellishments. It comes with a very vanilla ribbon. It also comes with the 2 papers that you can get. This is called Graceful Greenery Vellum. And then, oh my gosh, the coyotes are going crazy. And then there's also the Seasons of Green and Gold paper as well. So this is a huge sweet collection. If you don't want to fumble around picking through all the things, you can put in one code, which will then get you all the stuff. Now, this green and gold paper is beautiful. You've got a lot of the gold foiling in with this. So one side is more of a matte finish, and then the other side has some gold foiling in there. Now, if that's not enough to spark your interest, I did want to share with you that this greenery, Golden Greenery, is what I'm going to be working with today. And so I just want you guys to know that even though it's kind of advertised as kind of a holiday set, you can very much use this throughout the year because you are going to get these very fun floral images that you'll see me use tonight that you can use for many, many cards throughout the year. Same with kind of this whole stamp set. Now you will notice that this stamp set doesn't have the sentiments, and that is where they brought in this bundle that coordinates with that and is in the Sweet collection. This is called Greetings of the Season. Then this is Greetings of the Seasons dies. Now these are all your tag dies. They all will create these little holes in them that you can use these as tags. Even if you don't use them with the stamp set, you can make to from tags for your Christmas gifts, any of your birthday gifts, baby shower gifts, all that. These, again, will be something that you will use for many, many years to come. Now, the stamp set that comes in the bundle with the tags here that are called the Greetings of Season dies. This one is all about the season of Christmas. So you do have Christmas, New Year, season's greetings. It's the most wonderful time of year. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. So you can choose to put Christmas on there, but you can use these other ones as just general holiday greetings, which I really like. I like the two fonts that they give you. So you could do something happy with the new year that is got that scripty font to it. But if you want to take this set even further than that, we do have a set that is called Everyday Greetings, and it coordinates with the same fonts as you're going to find in the Greetings of the Season. Now, this is a standalone stamp set. This is called Everyday Greetings. Now, this is going to be birthday, your congratulations, you're going to have anniversary, thank you, where there is a heartache, let there be healing. So very, very beautiful set. Again, you can have this whole bundle and it can fulfill so many of your cards for all of your occasions coming ahead. So I just wanted to make sure you guys saw that. Now, where are you going to find this set? This is only in our online exclusives. These are not available in any of our catalogs. So what you have to do is you have to go to shopdannygarola.com. And on the side, there's going to be 3 little lines. Make sure you sign in to the Stampin' Up website. From there, create yourself an account. So when you go in there, you don't have to fumble with it next time. You'll already have your account. You're going to go to, again, that's www.shopdannygarola.com. It's going to tell you that you are shopping with me, Danny Garola. Once you're there, on that left-hand side, there's those little marks there. You're going to click that. You're going to go down and you're going to hit Shop Products. Once you're there, you're going to look down and it's going to say Online Exclusives. That's where it's going to bring you in to see all these wonderful things. And like I said, starting tomorrow, there's a whole new line of products being added as well, so you can check all that out. All right, so let's go ahead and get going here. We are going to go ahead and do our giveaways. I'm going to share a couple of cards that I have received this last week. Thank you, Linda, so much for liking and sharing. Thank you, Melanie, for liking and sharing. Thank you so much, Lisa. Yes, I'm so happy to be out here. It is so nice to definitely have my own space and to be able to have people out and not have to, interfere with what's going on inside of the house with my family and just have it be kind of ours to create. And if we leave a mess, then we just come to it the next day. It's not, in my home. Okay, yeah, I know, right, Kimberly? It gets dark at 4:30. Yes, it is insane. That is the other thing that I'm ready for bed by like 7 o'clock. It's crazy. But I have found myself once I put my daughter to bed, because my husband normally goes to bed probably around like 8:30 because he has to get up so early. I find myself, once I put her to bed, she normally goes to bed probably around like 9, 10. I actually will come out here and I will just start crafting because I'm like, hey, that's my time. I don't have to worry about it because he will hear her through the night. So then I'm just like, okay, I'm going to come out and I'm going to make my cards. I'm going to do all the things that I need to get done. And then I'm not bothering anybody and nobody misses me at the moment. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our giveaways. So last week we used the Sweetest Star bundle. That was a stamp set with the punch. This card here, I also used that beautiful glimmer paper there, that festive glimmer paper. We did our Miss Claus and Mr. Claus here, Mr. Santa Claus. And so this cute little card, I left it blank in the inside so then you can decide what you want to do with it, but it says Baking Spirits Bright. This one for liking last week's video. So if you see that little like button there, it's normally a little thumb. Hit that little like button and that will get you entered into the giveaway. Now, you do have to make sure that you come into the chat or the comment section and let me know that you liked this video. That is the one way because I can't keep track of who's liked it. So you will just need to come in and like that. And again, comment that you have done so. So this card here is going to Miss Kay Wire. So Kay, this is coming to you. Beautiful little Christmas card. So congratulations, Kay. Thank you so much for liking the video. Okay, so for commenting on last week's video, so come in, let me know where you're watching me from. Let me know that my sound is okay and that there's not a lot of echoing in here because I can't hear, I can hear that it's a little bit echoey, but I don't know what that sound is coming through on my device. So hopefully it's not too echoey. I love to know where you guys are watching me from. Let me know what your weather is like. I'm kind of a weather geek. So this card here, this is going for commenting last week. We took some of this paper that I'm using today, the Seasons of Green and Gold, and I just went over it with that garden green ink. Then we die cut or punched out a couple of those stars from the gold foil, cut them in half, and then made a border behind our cute little sentiment star. This one says, wishing you a holly jolly Christmas. This is going to Miss Kim Van Overberg for commenting last week. So Kim, I know you're on here. Thank you so much for coming in and commenting. I love to see what you have to say to me. So watch for this to come to you, Kim. Then for sharing last week, so when you hit that share button, so when you come in here, down at the bottom, it gives you a couple of options of how you want to share. You can share it with Facebook, you can share it through Messenger. So I just come in here and I hit that I'm going to share it over to Facebook. Then it's going to go to my personal page. So anybody who is on Facebook right now who might decide to craft with us, they can see us live and come over and join and comment as well. So now let me get myself brought back up here. There we go. So this card, I did more of like a gingerbread star, and we used the Versamark and put those cute little snowflakes in the background. This says Baking Spirits Bright, Sweet Wishes. This one, and I also put the cute little real red and white peppermint candies on his tummy here to kind of really add some interest to that gingerbread. So this for sharing, now make sure, just like with the like, make sure when you share this that you come back and you write in the comments or the chat that you have shared my video so I know that it's you so I can get you added to the giveaways. I am also adding a half pack. This is the, what was this called? This is called Tis the Season 6x6 Designer Series paper. So this is a half pack of that. It's going to help you create some of your really cute Christmas cards. And including this card here, this is going to Courtney Austendarp. So Courtney, thank you so much for sharing last week's video. I truly appreciate you all so much for helping me share my business. Okay, so let me set these aside so I make sure that I can get those in the mail. Let me get this put away so I don't lose that. And then we are going to go ahead and get started on this week's cards. So again, when you place an order with me, $35 or more, and you must use that current November host code, you're gonna get a packet in the mail just like this from me. Now, this does run from today, November 4th through November 9th, midnight, to get your orders in to receive this. This is the Golden Greenery kit from me. Okay, so let's go ahead and get all of our stuff out here. So your kit is going to come just like this. You're gonna get all 3 envelopes with each one of its contents put inside of its own envelope. So this first card here, I'm gonna pull all the guts out. Whoops. Set that up there. And we're gonna go through what we need here. So my card base is soft seafoam. Now, I will let you guys know that soft seafoam is not one of the colors that they have listed on this. So one of the nice things about our papers, if you don't already know this, that down below underneath the name of the paper, it also tells you the coordinating colors. So this one, for instance, says it's garden green, mossy meadow, old olive, pecan pie, very vanilla, and gold. But as I was playing around with this paper, I realized that on some of these colors here, let me show you another one. Oops, as I'm throwing things on the ground here. That there is this lighter green woven in on these colors that really look nice with soft seafoam. So I'm gonna kind of spice it up, and I'm gonna use a color that they did not say or mention on there. But you know what? That's kind of the fun part of Stampin' Up! Is all of their colors go together. And so maybe it's not mentioned, but sometimes you can find other colors that coordinate with our papers that really look nice together. So for this card, this is 11 by 4 1/4, scored at 5 1/2. So I am going to fold that and give that a good crease. This little piece here is, I think it's a 1/2 inch. No, it's 3/4 of an inch by 4. That's going to go in the inside of our card. Or, no, it's not. I fibbed. That's for the outside of our card. Never mind. I didn't pull a piece out for the inside. That's why that was like that. But we are going to take this card and we are going to turn it landscape style. So it's kind of that neat little fold that goes off to the side. And so that's what we need. We also need 2 pieces of our designer series paper. So my first piece, like I said, is 3/4 by 4. Then I have a piece that is 1 1/2 by 4. And then I have another piece of my soft seafoam that is 3 by 4. And so I'm going to set those up there. I also need a scrap of gold, and I need a scrap of mossy meadow. So let me tell you one thing about this is, so I had said that for your kit this week that you would need to have this bundle to create the cards that I'm making today. Now, I will let you guys know that I am bringing in a couple of these shapes. Now, if I use these shapes, I will die cut them out for you, because then all you have to do is stamp a sentiment on it, and then you have your piece. So I do want you to know that I'm not requiring you guys to have these to complete the cards. I will add these shapes in for you, okay? And then as far as sentiments, you'll just have to add what sentiments you have, or if you decide to buy this whole suite collection, you'll have it all to go ahead and create these cards exactly how I did. Also, the other thing, I am going to be using an embossing folder. I just haven't picked out what exactly I wanted to use. I used the plaid one before, but I kind of wanted to use something different, but I think I'm going to stay with the plaid. Oops, if I can grab it. Now, this is called the Forever Plaid 3D embossing folder. Now, this is one of those big embossing folders. So I'm going to emboss the 3x4 piece here. So I'm just going to lay that in there, and I'm going to go emboss that. So I am hoping in the next couple of weeks, or maybe I might just wait till the beginning of the year, I am going to be going live. We have a training coming up with my team. One of our team members have so graciously taken her time. She is going to do a training with us. She is going to be using us how to use a platform on, it's kind of a, what the heck is it called? It is a program that I can now start going live at the same time on YouTube and Facebook. So it stretches across different platforms. So then those people who have always watched on Facebook will still have the option to watch me live on Facebook. But those of you who prefer to watch on YouTube can watch there as well. So it's one of those that I can stream in both places, so I can get more people watching me and not have to be limited to where I'm going live. So that's kind of exciting. I've been really wanting to learn about this program. And so one of our team members, she knows all the ins and outs. So she decided that she would do a Zoom conference with us and teach us how to do it. So that's super exciting. Okay, so this is how this is going to line up. I'm going to do the 3/4, the 3, and then the 1.5. So it's kind of just a neat little break in your colors. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab this little piece here, and I'm going to adhere that down. So is it kind of echoey in here to you guys when it's coming through my phone? Or does it sound okay? Oh, see, that's one thing you do have to watch, is I noticed like last night when I was making this card to share with you guys, when I went to put this piece on, I actually got to like right here and was putting on the bottom, and I noticed, no, there is an up and a down. So make sure that your leaves are facing the right way. Learn from my mistakes. At least I caught myself though. Now I am going to kind of go a little heavy on the glue here. I think I saw Miss Frida pop in here. Hello, lady. The Miss retired lady now. Must be fantastic. Maybe not on the pocketbook, but fantastic as far as you don't have to get up at any certain time. You can just kind of do your own thing. But then again, I have heard that people who are retired kind of get very bored and can sometimes deal with some depression. So do not let that happen to you? I know you're a crafter, so you'll find plenty of things to keep you busy. Okay, I'm going to take this piece now. Okay, good. I'm glad that you guys are all letting me know that it sounds fine. Okay, so that is how that is going to look. So I'm going to set this aside. We're going to go ahead and bring in a couple of our dies. So for this one, let me pull these out here. So with this die, it's kind of a surprise tucked behind there. You actually get 2 full sheets of dies. So if you look at this, your bells come in 2 different sizes. So you get 2 different sizes of your bells. Your little boughs of evergreen, those can get cut. You also have these evergreens that have those pine needles on them that are a die, pretty much a standalone. They don't coordinate with the stamps. These 2 here actually coordinate with these. Now these are all these are that 2-step stamping. So when you stamp the image once, you can then take the other one and stamp it in the light or dark kind of color of that. And it's very, very pretty. It's almost like this paper here. So on here, you would take this image and you would stamp it in the like either mossy or the old olive, and then you could take this one and you can stamp it in either the soft sea foam, or if you were using mossy, you could use the old olive on top of that, and it looks absolutely amazing. So just to show you guys that this is a really big die set, because it kind of looks like you don't get much until you flip that over and you see that there is still a whole nother page hiding behind that. Well, that is wonderful, Linda. Listen to you. 4 years of retirement. Time goes by fast. Absolutely. I'm not retired, but it does go by quite quickly. So on this piece here, I am going to use the more round leafed little die on the mossy meadow. Now I'm going to move this over because I still need this piece here. I'm going to be creating one of those labels that I'm going to put on for my sentiment. And then on the gold piece here, I'm going to grab the one that, these almost look like hearts. I know they're just leaves side by side, but they do. They almost look like hearts. You could probably stamp, or you could probably die cut this in red or in some of our pinks, and you could use this on a Valentine's card, and I think that would be awesome. Now, I do want to show you that you're probably thinking there's no way that's going to fit on that gold piece. It does. I'm just not going to have my stem be on there, but that's okay. I'm going to be tucking the stems underneath my sentiment piece, so I don't really need to die cut that whole area. I just need the leaf parts die cut. So I'm going to turn around and I'm going to die cut those. Okay, so let's take that off. Do you see what I mean when I was saying that they kind of look like little hearts? So I'm going to just weed this little leaf out of here. And then you've got these little inner pieces in here. So that is what that looks like. Oh, so cute, right? Okay, so I'm going to set that aside. And then this one here. Again, being really careful that I don't tear any of that apart. Okay, pop some of these little pieces out of here. I'm gonna need my take your pick tool. Okay, and there's that one. It's more of those round leaves. So I'm gonna set that aside. I'm gonna pull some of that excess off. Okay, so let me get these placed back on here. I don't even know if I'm putting them on right, but you know what? It'll work. All right, now I need to grab my Versamark and I need to figure out what kind of sentiment that I want to put on this. Now I do have my greetings of the season, and since the holidays are coming up, I can very much use some of those. Or with the everyday seasons, because this card doesn't necessarily have to be a holiday card, you can use any of these sentiments as well. Just make sure whatever label you use, it's going to fit. So what I've decided to do is I'm going to use this oval just because it's been so long since we've had anything oval shaped. I really was kind of digging that. So when I go to see my sentiments, I pretty much grab my piece here and look at it and go, okay, that'll fit, that'll fit. Congratulations will not fit in this one. The big one will not, but we could do like happy birthday, the word hello. I think I like the happy, or wait a minute, is there no happy in that? I thought there was a happy in the regular font. I could do birthday wishes. That'd be kind of cute. You could do sending birthday wishes. I think I'm going to do, birthday wishes. That's what I'm going to do. I think that'll all fit in there. So let me grab my blocks here. And what did I say? Birthday. Okay, there's the wishes. And I'm going to use the solid birthday. Okay. So I want that to, it's brand new, so it's sticky. Okay, so birthday wishes. And we're going to be using this. So let me actually, I'm going to die cut this first so then I can see exactly where I need to go with my stamped images. So let me die cut this out really quick. Okay, so there's that little image. And again, like I said, it has the hole in there, so you can weed some ribbon through there. I have this cute little bow that I found in one of my little things over here. So you could put the little bow on there. You could tie a bow around it for a gift tag. That would be fun. Okay, so we're gonna use our Versamark and we're gonna use gold, since we have our gold right here. I'm actually going to be bringing in, now this isn't on back order until next week. So it's supposed to be back in the shop the week of the 11th. So this is the Cherry Cobbler in gold. Absolutely beautiful ribbon. And I just wanted, since I've got so much green and gold going on, I just wanted a pop of that red. Now, you might be saying, well, this isn't a Christmas card. It doesn't have to be a Christmas card. Even a birthday card, I can still use red ribbon and get away with it, right? So I'm going to do birthday wishes and hope that that's going to work. So let's take our wishes and I'm going to go pretty close to the bottom down here. And then take my birthday and go right across the top like that. Maybe you know somebody who has like a winter birthday. That would be pretty. Okay, there is that. Let's close this up. Now I don't think where my heat tool is plugged in that it's going to reach all the way over here, but I'm gonna hold it kind of off camera and hopefully you guys can still see this. So I'm just using my heat tool to melt that gold powder. There it goes. Okay, that looks good. So there's our little birthday wishes. So what I'm going to do with this over here is I'm just going to take a little, where are we going to place this? I'm going to kind of move it down where it's not necessarily sitting kind of up here and the same on it. I'm going to move it down where this little stem is sitting on that one. Oops, look, there's a piece, oops, that I missed. Pop that out of there. So just on that. And then that I'm going to line up on that stem. And then just kind of leave those free floating there so they can kind of just move as they wish. Okay, then I'm gonna take that. We're gonna set that there, but first, I wanna make sure that we are going to have enough space for this down here. So see, that's why I was saying we're gonna cover that stem. So that's why it's really not necessarily, you would probably cut it anyways, because otherwise it'd probably hang lower than this, depending on how far up you move that. So that's kind of your call. So then I'm just going to put some more glue just kind of on the back of a few of these, just so this stays where we're putting it. Okay, that's gonna go up in that top portion. We're gonna grab some dimensionals. I'm gonna do 2 dimensionals on the back of that. And that is going to get placed. I don't want to cover too much of that because it's so pretty. So just like so. Then again, grabbing this red ribbon. Now you could use, I had a little gold, okay, so I had this little gold bow, but it just seemed like it was too much. I'm gonna let you guys kind of see the difference just so you could see and you could get the idea of if you don't like the red ribbon, you could absolutely do something that's like gold. So that's very sparkly and pretty. Or I'm gonna show you the, what did I do with it? I'm gonna show you the red because the red has that gold edging around it that is really, really pretty. Okay, tighten that up. Grab my snips here. Okay, there's my little bow. So there it is, just so you guys can see the difference. There's what it looks like with that little very vanilla and gold on there. And then this is what it looks like with the red. Now, I like the red because I like that kind of contrast, that pop of different color, but maybe you don't like that. Maybe you want to stay with keeping it all that gold. So there is my, I'm gonna flip this bow over though. There we go, that's better. Hopefully my mini glue dots are gonna work a little bit better. Mini glue dots do not like to be cold. I have learned. Yesterday, I could not get them to stick to absolutely anything. It was driving me nuts. It was so rainy and cold that they were pretty much telling me to take a hike, and they weren't gonna stick to nothing. So one thing I also kind of was looking at is if you don't want the hole in your little tag here, if you want to keep this solid, you could actually take that dot that we die cut, so it's sitting right here, that little dot, and you can put your dimensional on the back of that, and that would hold that little dot. Oh, here's actually this color. That was the wrong color. There it is. You could actually take that and put your dimensional on the back and then stick this in place of that, and then it would make a solid little oval if you would like to do that. So there is that. Let's get an inside to this card. So I think we are going to, let's look and see what we have here. Because we have these images that look a lot like this, I think, now this is going to be turned landscape style. I'm going to grab my mossy and my old olive, and this is where I'm gonna show you, or maybe I'll do, nope, I'm gonna do old olive. Sorry, change of thought. I'm gonna do old olive and the soft seafoam. Okay, so I'm going to do the little heart ones that look like my gold piece here. Make sure that's the right one. Yep. All right, so you can choose whether you want to do your light or your dark first. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the stem in the darker color, so the old olive, because that's kind of what they're showing here. So I'm going to take that and get that old olive on there. I just filled this ink pad today, so I think my ink needs to be dispersed. Again, one of those things that I can tell is my ink doesn't like being cold either. Okay, there's that. And then using soft seafoam. So if you ever find that your stamp is just not getting in those creases, or you feel like it's cold or whatever, if you do that hot breath like that on there, it will actually work pretty good at that point. Now I gotta see what I'm doing here. Oh, there we go. See, I didn't even have it lined up right. No wonder why that was all goofy. Okay, that's gonna line up just like so. Now, soft seafoam is very light. Just to let you know, don't think that it's gonna be a deep pigment. As you can see, it's very light in tone, but you will see it on there. So see the two-step, how that looks there, where you can see the dark and then the light of that soft seafoam. It's really pretty, really adds some great texture. And because these are those two-step stamps, they match together very nicely. Okay, and so we put the birthday wish on the outside. Where was that? We could put thinking of you because it's your birthday. We could do, I think I'm just gonna leave it alone actually. And then just write whatever we need to write in there when the time comes. So I'm gonna leave that, but then we've added that really pretty, definitely red. Okay, I'm glad you guys were digging the whole red as well. Again, you can change this card to be whatever you want just by changing that sentiment. And that's the fun part about creating cards, is that you get to make them for whatever occasion you need them for. So this one, we just made a really cute little birthday card. And so there's the inside, just very simple and basic. But then once we write in here, we've got a lot of space to write. Okay, so that's card number 1. Okay, card number 2 is not necessarily a fun fold, but it's kind of a different kind of layout, and I really like this layout. And I think you guys have probably seen it many times before, but I think it's one that everybody likes to see, and you can hit repeat and see it over and over again, and I don't think this ever gets old. So this is my inside, my guts to my card. This is very vanilla, 4 by 5 1/4. And then we've just got a piece here that is 3/4 by 4. That's for my inside. Where did my other piece go? Nope, that's not it. Where did I put my other piece? Well, is that it? Yep, there it is. Geez. So I need 2 pieces. These are both 4 by 5 1/4. Okay. I also have a template that I will put on my blog as well. You'll see my blog go live tomorrow, so I can get all the photos, everything written up for it. But I will have this template on here so you can kind of see how this is done. So this is a piece of Mossy Meadow, 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. So we're just gonna go ahead and fold that and burnish that down. This is going to be a portrait style. So on these 2 pieces here, I'm gonna actually flip one. One is going to be kind of my background layer for this. This piece, we're going to do some cutting on to give us kind of some really neat wedging look. This is called a split fold card. Again, I'm sure you guys have seen this, but I just want to show it because it is a really, really pretty design. So this is where I'm going to need my ruler. So the way I made this is I come down and I look for my 3-inch mark. So I just lay my ruler on there and then I just lightly mark my 3. It's just, nobody's gonna see it because you're gonna be cutting this. So that's why I'm doing it that way. Now over here, I'm going to come down and I need to mark my half mark. So at the half mark, I'm going to mark that. And your marks don't have to be right on. They can be just a couple of centimeters off and you're gonna be okay. And then I'm going to go to the 3/4 inch of a mark. And I'm going to also do that. guess I need to make them a little bit darker. And then, so we went 3 inches down on your right-hand side. On your left side, we went down 1/2 inch, and then we went to 3/4 of an inch, marked both of those. And then now along the bottom, we're gonna also go 3. So you've got 3 inches down, 3 inches in, and then your 1/2 and 3/4 up on the left-hand side. So I'm going to bring this and just hold this here, and I'm just going to pull my paper up a little bit so then I can mark at my 3-inch mark. Okay, so that's my template. And what you're really going to be seeing here, now I'm gonna show you guys this. You're going to cut from your 1/2 inch to your 3-inch. And I'm just going to write this on here. So you're gonna cut there on that line from 1/2 inch to 3-inch. And then you're gonna turn this and you're gonna cut from your 3/4 down to your bottom 3-inch. So 3/4 to 3-inch, just like so. So see where it looks like you have a wedge? So this piece here, we're gonna take out and we're gonna use these 2 pieces, your top one and your bottom one. So let me show you how we do that. So again, using my my little track here, I'm going to put my 1/2 inch mark on my track, and then I'm gonna move my paper to that 3-inch down on the right-hand side, matching both of those up. I'm going to then close that and cut. So there's my first piece. And then I'm going to now move this over to that 3/4 of an inch, turn my paper, turn till we come to that 3. So now we have the 3 at the bottom, down in the bottom of the track, and our 3/4 at the top of the track. Okay, and again, it doesn't have to be perfect. Once you cut, it cuts. So we took this little goofy kind of shaped thing out of the center, and we have this really neat little wedge here that's going to be our next piece. Also, what I need to have, and I don't know why I didn't grab that, but I need to get another piece of old olive. What is this? This is Misty. Mossy Meadow, that's what it is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut 2 pieces that are about 1/4 inch long. 1/4 inch wide. Now these are 5.5. So I'm gonna set that aside. And so what I'm going to do with these is, so we have both of these pieces. Now, I already have gold on this. So if you use a different piece inside of yours, like here, let me show you this over here. So I used a different paper that didn't have any gold on it. So I took this piece here, which is a 1/4 of an inch wide by 5.5, and I did my little gold seams on the inside. I just really thought that made this card pop because there's no other gold on it, and it just really looked sharp with those dark colors. So when I kind of tried it on this, didn't really like it as much because of the fact that there's already gold. It was kind of taking away from that. So I'm going to use the Mossy Meadow. And so I'm just going to run, if I can get this thing to move, just a little thin strip of glue, maybe, down that. And then I'm going to put my paper, I need to go all the way up with this. And I am going to run from point all the way down, just adding a very thin As you can see, it just kind of adds a really thin little piece of that mossy meadow. I really like that look. It kind of gives it a finished look. Like right there, it looks like I just made a paper hat. Okay, so wait and see when this is done, then you'll understand. Okay, so I'm gonna cut off the excess there. And same on this side. Just following that across. Okay, we're gonna do the same thing on this piece. So this piece is gonna go right like that. This piece, we need to do the same thing on. This one, you don't have to run the glue quite as far up because this piece is shorter, not as wide. So again, we're just going to cut that off, flip this around, do the same thing this way. Okay, again, just kind of a finished edge on that. So then what we're going to do is we are going to take these two pieces and we're gonna flip them over. We're gonna grab our dimensionals. I'm gonna also grab my little scrap piece that I have here, and I'm gonna show you why I'm going to do that. So down here in this corner, I can't get one of these big dimensionals down there, so I just kind of throw these on there, kind of just willy-nilly around. One in the center, and then I'll add my little scraps like this from my finished dimensional. That will be kind of closer in the corner there. We'll cut this piece. This can go right there, and I think we need another one down here, maybe actually two. Okay, and I think I'm gonna put one more right up there in the center of that, just because we don't want sagging. This is a fresh, young card, not an old card where it sags. And God only knows. I could tell you all about that. Okay, we're gonna just add those. Let's do another one right here, and then we will come in with these. Yes, you can absolutely do that. That is, so if you read a bit of card making, has said that you can cut both patterns at the same time and trade the middles, so you could swap these middles. So like, in other words, you could probably put this piece right here in the middle of this, and then you have another card there. So that is what they are saying, is that you can cut both of your pattern pieces and flip-flop your patterns to get two cards pretty much for the price of one. So very, very good. I'm glad you brought that up. Sometimes I just get too busy kind of doing my thing and I don't think. Imagine that, right? Okay, we're just gonna go one more here for good measure. Okay, so that's that. I know that looks like it's Edward Scissorhands, sloppy, but it'll work. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and adhere this right on here. So yeah, that is a total paper saver right there, as they're saying to cut both pieces at the same time. Because then you're kind of getting more bang for your buck. Okay, so I'm going to place that there, and this is going to go here, just like so. Ugh, sticky. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and take all these little backings off. Should have probably grabbed my take your pick tool to do that, but already done did it. Okay, so I'm just gonna match this up. If I tip this up where my dimensionals are not gonna touch, I can kind of get that right on the edge and lay that straight down and just follow it all the way through, just like so. And we'll do the same thing up here. So let me grab my take your pick tool, and we'll just kind of nail a bunch of these at one time and then not make a mess either. Oh, come on. I can get one more. Yep, see? And then you just pick them all off. Then you don't have a big old swoopy mess like this. Okay, doing that same thing. I'm just gonna kind of line it up on the edge and place that down like so. And isn't that so pretty? Ooh, ooh. Okay, so there's also some fun to be had with this paper besides just it being gorgeous. But let me find the sheet that I need. Nope, that's not it. I know, I hate that crinkly sound. I'm sorry, I'm trying to hurry to get these out of here so I'm not crinkling like crazy. Okay, so I do need, where is that other piece of paper that I had? Unless I already took it out of here, and that wouldn't surprise me. Oh, geez, it's sitting right here. Golly. I had it upside down, so I'm looking for, you know, the leafy pattern, and that's why I couldn't find it, because it was upside down. All right, so on this paper, if you take a look at these wonderful dies, so on this side, you've got these two dies here that not only match up with the images that we have here and the pine bough, but they also match up with these papers. So you can take this die and it cuts that gorgeous gold leafed image out there. Then it also, this one is that one that looks like little hearts. Then you've got this one that would punch out. This one that has more of that garden green on there. And this one does this image right here. So you see where I'm going with this, right? Kind of takes the whole, I've got to cut these out. I've got to stamp them. See, they're already pretty. They've already got them colored for you. And there's already the gold leafing in it. So you know what? I'm just going to let them do the work for me. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to cut around these without cutting any of my images. Now, just know, because I know you're like, what in the world are you doing? Why are you cutting that gorgeous paper? And you are kind of, you know, wasting a little bit of paper, but it's okay because you get 2 sheets of this and you get all these images that you can cut out. Now, don't get me wrong. I love the back. I love these stripes, and we are going to be using some of those stripes, but I just want to show you how fun and easy they have created this paper to go with these dies. Sorry, my nose is running like crazy. I have to grab a tissue here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring my little piece here. And I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to lay both these dies on here without them bumping. But I do need to grab washi tape. so we don't have any slipping and sliding going on. It is not slip and sliding season. It is a little too cold for that. Now, some of you people who live north might think that this is perfect slip and slide weather. It's kind of funny when my daughter's dad used to come down from Alaska. We would be cold down here because it's like in the 50s, 60s, and we're freezing. Like that's wintertime for us. He would come down from Alaska and it's like snow, like probably 8 feet deep up there because he's in Fairbanks. And he would come down here in tank tops and shorts. And I'm like, what are you doing? It is so cold. We're all wearing sweaters. And he's like, oh no, this is summer weather. I was like, all right, well, you do you. I'm going to stay in my heated home with my sweatshirt on and all that good stuff. And you do you in your shorts and tank top and playing in the water. Okay, so now I'm going to, like, he would come and he would just jump in our pool, and I'm like, what in the world? The pool is too cold. It is shut down for the winter. No, that guy's a crazy one. Okay, so let's pull these out of here. Pull our washi. Washi. Pull our washi. Okay, where's my other guy? Oh, we still got it attached here. So pretty. So look how easy that was. Just with a little couple of snips of our paper and running that through the die machine, you've got these gorgeous leaves here. I love when they do that with our paper. We've got a couple of papers that are like that. We've got that reindeer paper that matches with a couple of our dies. And I think the penguin paper is like that. Okay, let's set those aside. Where did I put my card? Oh, it's hiding. I'm just kidding. I knew where it was the whole time. Yeah, right. Okay, so then what I'm going to do, so I'm going to take these. I'm just going to kind of stick them together like so. Now I can cut this off because we're going to be adding some. Ooh, what is making so much noise outside? Sounds like somebody just pulled up. Oh, what in the heck? Oh, it must be the UPS guy. It's kind of dark for him to be pulling up now. So I'm just going to take this, and I think I'm going to probably go like that. Or I think I'm just going to push it up a little bit further. There we go. Okay, so I'm just going to put just a dot of glue, maybe. Come on already. On the back of that. And I'm just going to place that right on there like that. Now, if you want, you could always cut that apart and add those pieces back behind there, but we've got them separated, so that's kind of cool. The way that those kind of stack, I like that, but I do want to move it up just a little bit or to the side so we can kind of see that little green, okay? Now what we're going to do is we are going to take this, and I'm going to place this right up here in this top corner. So these don't touch, and they're kind of a weird angle because the way it sits. So you get to kind of fool people by adding that to the corner and being like, haha, you don't get to see the ugly underneath there. Only I know about it. And then we can add our really cool little piece here. So I'm just going to add just a little bit of glue on the outsides of this. Put a little bit over here. And then I'm going to just lay this right on there, hiding that area. And we're going to put a bow on that. So that hides it even more. So So then that kind of pops up a little bit. Everything's kind of got a little bit of dimension. You can actually take these, and there it is, and roll these up a little bit if you want to give them kind of a more leafy look to them. Kind of roll that a little bit to the side. So you can do many things with it to kind of give it that better look. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my nails in closer because I just want a tiny little bow. I don't want anything big and crazy, but again, I'm bringing in this same ribbon because I love it. And so when this becomes available next week, you guys better snatch some up. And if I could get my fingers to work here, that would be even better, but you know. Okay, like so. Let's grab our other snips. We'll go like that. And there's our little tiny bow. Cute and dainty. Okay, we're gonna put that as if it's just holding, almost like that is mistletoe. You know, at the top of the ceiling, and somebody's trying to get a little smoochy smooch. Yep, that's what I kind of was thinking, that this is a little kissy branch. Okay, so again, grabbing my little mini glue dots that are frozen. Ugh, I will try to get to work. And we're just going to cover up that little stem, just like so. And isn't that so cute? But hold on, we're not done with this. I had another, oh, maybe I didn't even take it out of the envelope. Now that I look, I don't see it sitting anywhere. Wheel. I had it. I know I did. Well, we might just have to get another one. But I did have a little piece of Very Vanilla, and I don't know where the heck it went because I didn't see it. But we'll just have to get another piece. It's okay. All right, so see, I've got another scrap sitting right here. Just for something like this to happen, I would be prepared. Okay, I gotta make sure I keep that with this card. All right, so then what I'm going to do is move all this stuff out of the way. And I did have a little tiny scrap. I'm going to come in with, where's it at? I'm gonna use Love and Joy because I love the way this looks. I think it is so stinking cute. And I need cherry cobbler ink. I just had to look on the floor because I thought maybe I dropped my little piece on the floor, but I don't see it. I don't know. All right, so what I'm going to do is grab Love and Joy in some delicious cherry cobbler. And I'm just going to stamp that as straight as I can. Let that marinate for a few seconds and then pull that up, and voila, we have a gorgeous little image here, stamped image. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take this and I'm going to go this way first. So I have some flush edge there. And then cut it again. So this is roughly 1 1/4 by, we're going to cut it down to 1 1/4 by, we're going to say, what is that at right now? It's about 1 1/8. And I think I'm, no, I'm going to cut it down just a tad. And I'm just going to line that up on that little black line over here, just so I can make that a little bit more even Steven in there. So it's not quite a square because I do have it longer this way. And so what we're gonna do with this is we're just gonna put that right there. So we're not taking away from all of that beautiful gold. I'm just gonna use one dimensional. It's small enough. And then I'm just going to set that right here. And because we've got all these little tick marks, it kind of shows you when it's straight and when it's not. Okay, then I have, these are called the Cherry Cobbler and Pearl Adhesive Back Berries. Aren't those neat? Now those actually are in this sweet collection. So you've got some solid circles and then you've got the 3 little berries. Aren't those cute? And then they also come in this really pretty iridescent that whatever color you put those iridescents on, they just kind of pop. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna grab one of these single reds, maybe, and I'm just gonna pop it right on that little piece there because I think we've got enough going on that it just really kind of ties everything together nicely. Okay, let's do our inside piece here. So I'm going to place this right on the bottom. Leaving just a little bit of that very vanilla showing through. Then I'm going to use one of these 2 larger sentiments. So we have love and joy, so we can say, may your holiday season be filled with the warmth of cheer and celebration, or it's the most wonderful time of year. I kind of like the may your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration. Just kind of like that. So we're gonna grab that and pry it off of there because it's brand new and it's sticky. And I need one of my bigger blocks here, so I need to clean this off with my chamois. Okay, I'm going to grab that, use my cherry cobbler here. Again, I should probably close my computer since it keeps chiming over here. Every time a notification pops up, it decides to let everybody in the world know. Okay, so we're gonna move this down just a skosh and go for it. Ooh, commit. Yeah, boy. Marinade. Bam. Ooh, look how pretty that turned out. Lovely. All right, so now we are going to give that a second so we don't touch any of that and smear, because God only knows it turned out so pretty that that would be my luck, that I would smear that ink. Okay. Press that down, still staying away from that ink because I don't want to smear it. All right, so there is the inside. May your holiday season be filled with warmth and cheerful celebration, love and joy. Isn't that so pretty? I mean, very simple, an easy way to really make an elegant card. And all it is pretty much 2 cuts. You're marking a couple little marks and then cutting it. And as a bit of card making explained, you can do this on 2 different layouts, mix and match those papers, and get a very, very gorgeous card, 2 cards out of that. Okay, so that is card number 2. All right, card number 3, I am in love with. I love, love, love this card layout, or fun fold, I guess it is considered. All right, let me get some of my life put together here. All right, so for this one, we have, this is 11 by 4 1/4. We're going to do some scoring on that. But then I've got a piece of Mossy Meadow scrap. I have got a 1 inch by 4 1/4 inch, maybe not, so I'm gonna have to recut it. One of those. It's obviously not long enough. I needed to have, so I need a 1 inch. And that's not gonna work either. Huh, I might just have to cut a whole new piece of white. All for a 1 inch piece of paper because I don't have anything in my scraps. Oh, look, there's one. Okay, so we need to have a 1 inch by 4 1/4 inch white, or whatever color your base is, because you can do this in many colors. Then you need to have a more of a basic pattern for this, and this is 1 1/2. And then your kind of your main focal paper needs to be 3 1/2. And then we need to cut this down, and we're gonna go ahead and score that since we've got our piece out. This needs to go to 1 inch by, right there, 4 1/4. Okay, get rid of that. All right, so where did I put my directions here? So if we look at our piece here, we are going to be doing a couple of scoring, and then we're gonna flip this, and I'll show you why. We are going to do our very first, get that out of the way since it's got red ink on it. Our very first piece is going to be at 1/4. Now, I'm gonna actually take this and do my 1/4 on this side because I've got this whole piece to line this up against. Otherwise, we could use our score pal, but I don't know how many of you guys have a score pal, so I'm going to show you the way to do it in your paper trimmer. So this first line, I'm going to line this up on my 1/4 inch. Okay, I'm gonna make sure my cutting blade is far, far out of the way, and we are just going to score. Now, since this is thick, basic white, you really wanna make sure you get a good score in there. Okay, now I'm gonna flip this back around, and we are going to go to 4 1/2. So 4 1/2 is where we're marked. We're going to score again. Okay, now we're going to take this piece of paper. We are just going to flip it just like that. So now our bumps of our score lines are facing up, but they're still on our left-hand side. We're gonna slide this back in the trimmer. We are going to score at 1 1/2, 3 1/4, and 5 1/2, because that's the center of our card, okay? So what we are going to do first is we are going to take our card and we're going to fold it in half first. We're going to fold it in half on that 5 1/4. And we are going to make sure we have our bone folder when we do this so we can give that a really good crease. Then we are going to take our first and we are going to make a valley. So we're going to fold back on itself. Give it a good crease. And then we're going to make a mountain. So we're going to go back in on itself, making that mountain. This one is going to be a mountain as well, so you're going to go even further. So you might want to pull this out and now fold in again. So valley, mountain, mountain. Okay, so let me show you what this looks like so far. So we've got a valley, So it's folded deep in and then it comes back up like a valley does. Then we have a mountain and then a mountain. And then this little tiny 1/4 of an inch is going to be a valley. So this one you might want to really kind of either have take your pick or your score and kind of push that down so you can get that to line up like so, and then give that a good crease. So it is going to look kind of something like that. And I know at first that looks really goofy, right? But we have some magic going to happen here. So this little piece here, I had said was going to be 1.5. So we need to cut this right in the half point, which is going to be 3/4. Because then you're going to wind up with 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 4. So there are our 2 pieces that are 3/4 by 4. So we're going to set those aside. Then on our big piece that was measuring 3.5, this is where you kind of want to make sure that your pieces stay in line. So I'm going to show you how to cut this. So our first cut is going to be at the 1 inch mark on your left-hand side of this paper. Okay, we're going to set that just like so. Now we're going to slide this over and cut off 1 inch off the right-hand side. So 1 inch off of the right, or off the right, and 1 inch off of the left. Okay, there's your other 1 inch. So I'm going to set that to this side because our middle piece is right here. And our middle piece measures 1.5. So it's going to look like that. So now we're going to start adding our pieces of designer series paper, our pattern papers, onto this. And we're going to have fun. Now this is called, anybody guess? Any of you guys know what this is called? I know you guys know, because you guys are so smart and crafty. I'm going to give you guys a couple of seconds to guess what this is called. So using our more muted, hello Cheryl. We're gonna use our more muted one here, our 3/4 of an inch, and that is gonna go on our outside. Just kind of watching all of our sides to make sure we've got that nice and pretty. Okay, then this is gonna stay over here because we're gonna do something special with that other piece. So got my next piece, which is going to go in this panel right here. No guesses on what this is called? Come on, I know somebody knows. Okay, this one's gonna go next. And I'm just kind of going straight across here. Okay, I'm going to tell you guys, it is called a window pane. That's what this is. And now when I get done, you're going to see exactly why it's called that. So now taking our wider piece, it's going to go in our widest center part here. Okay, and then our next one is going to go right here. Okay, now on this piece right here, this is where this 3/4 of an inch is going to go on that 1 inch by 4 1/4. because this piece has to play a pretty important role. Okay, just like that. So now, okay, do you see where I'm going with that? See how it looks like a window pane? And when it stands up like this. But then this will lay flat to be mailed in the mail. It'll go inside of an envelope. So let's go ahead and work with this. So what I'm going to do is I am going to first, this piece right here, before we go any further, we have put that, the old olive and mossy meadow over here. We need to glue this part down. Okay, so we're going to flip this up, add some glue just to this piece. And that is going to get adhered straight down. So now the only parts that will be flappy are our 3 window pane parts. So then what we're going to do with this piece is we're going to kind of hold it right on the edge of our cardstock, of our card, and push that little 1/4 inch in there to make sure that it's going to stay. And then we can push that and hold that in place. Hold on, did I move it? No, that's gonna work. Okay, hold that in place so it looks just like so. Then with our dimensionals, you want to grab the side of your dimensional, the flat side, and you want to kind of put that, bump it up right against where we're holding this little 1/4 inch flap. Using the flat edge, kind of put that against there. Now don't adhere this part down, just let it sit up against there. Now see how it's kind of sitting? Those are holding it in place. That's what we want to do. So I'm going to grab one more. I'm going to adhere that down just like that. Now this is where you can take your little empty sheet, I guess, your little minis, and you can take your minis and kind of put them more over towards the side, because we really want this piece to really be secure, which it's going to be. So now you can take this and get it out of the way. Take all your little backings off. Now this piece here, you're going to line it up with the corner, go all the way up, just like so. Make sure that's nice and secure. Then watch, when we tuck this in there, it stays right behind that, and it touches those, where those large dimensionals are. So then it looks just like a window pane, but then that's easy to lift up and out of there when our recipient receives this. Then it can sit on their bookshelf just like that. But we're going to make this even prettier. I know that doesn't seem like a thing, but we can. And so I have my piece of, what is this? This is Mossy Meadow. Then I have my little scrap, or not a scrap, but my sheet of the bells. Now, with this, these also, no, they don't. They don't line up. So what I'm going to do is I am going to take a bell and I am going to cut that out. I'm going to fussy cut it. Okay, so I thought there was a die that cut out bells, but there's not. So I'm going to come right over here. Now the hard thing with the bells is they're very, very deep. intertwined underneath. Just like so. Okay, we're gonna fussy cut that. Then I think I want, does that one cut that out? Hold on, let's see. I don't think it does. Nope, it's not gonna cut out this sheet. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna come back to that other sheet, this one right here, that we've kind of slaughtered. And I'm gonna grab another one of these. Oh, look, there's one right here waiting for me. I wonder if this one right here will actually cut out that. Ooh, see, that works. That cuts that out. Maybe I want that instead. No, I don't. Because I was thinking that garden green is kind of pretty on that, but no, I think I'm gonna go with this. Yeppers. But that's nice to know that the actual two leafy parts, those will actually cut out with that paper. What did I do? Oh, there it is. Okay, so let me cut this out really quick. And on this one, if I'm going to do some die cutting, I'm gonna just do them both at the same time. So with these, again, with our, what were these called again? With our Greetings of Seasons dies, I'm going to use this one right here. And I'm going to die cut that. All right, so now let's take this. So there's that piece. And here is our little greenery, our little sprig here. Let me put these dies away so I don't lose anything. All right, that can go over there. All right, so then this is really easy to fussy cut. You're just gonna kind of go around the edging of this. Like fussy cutting something like that, nope, that is not my jam. I would not even attempt that. But this, that's got these pretty easy like lines to follow. I can get down on this. Okay. So now we need to grab a couple of our stamps here. If I can get them unstuck from my fingers. All right, so this one is my greetings of the season. So I want to use the season's greetings, which is right here. And then the to you and yours. I'm gonna use both of them. So let me grab, I'm going to use our Versamark again. But since I've got all these sitting here with all this ink on these, I'm going to just quickly give these a little cleaning so I don't shove anything over on top of them and then ruin a project, because God only knows it happens. Happens to even us professionals. Yeah. I need this. So I'm going to grab the season's greetings, and then let's grab our to you and yours. Set this aside. And what I'm going to do, where did I put my Versamark? Well, it's a black stamp pad. It can't be too far right. But, oh geez, my tweezers are sitting on it. Good Lord. All right, so I'm gonna actually, since this is so dark, I'm gonna take my embossing buddy and just kind of give that a light little rub on there. All right, C's, I'm gonna do the to you and yours first. And that is gonna go right down here towards the bottom of that. Then the season's greetings. We're gonna take and we're gonna kind of angle it. So pretty. Just like so. Okay. Let's get this closed because we don't want any of our powder in there. We're gonna grab the gold powder again and our trusty little tweezers here. Okay, there's that. Let's close this, get this out of the way. Grab our heat tool. There it is. It's kind of gratifying watching that powder kind of melt like that. Okay. So season's greetings to you and yours. Oh, my chair won't slide. There we go. All right, so what we're going to do, I'm going to flatten this out. We are going to place this kind of lower down because we are then going to be putting our little pieces kind of like so. Now I'm wanting to make sure that this will fit into an envelope. So let's go ahead and put this down first. So I'm going to use a couple of I'm going to glue that down. So knowing that my panel is going to be in the center of this, I can just add glue right down, get my glue booger off, just right down the center of this. Like so. Then flip this. Okay. Now with this piece, I want to make sure that this piece does not hang over any of my sides. So that's kind of good. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that down. Now I'm not going to adhere all these sides. I'm just going to adhere the tip of this on here like so, because I want that to be not attached to the bottom. You can add a little bit more glue back here if you want to keep it against that panel, but you're good. So that's gonna go there. Then you're going to take your bells and you're going to place those like so. Now, if you want, you could possibly take this off and kind of move it up a little bit further if you want. So it looks like it's more back behind that. Okay, as long as we don't have anything hanging over. So then coming up, just putting glue up by the bow, I'm going to place that like so. Let that all get adhered. Now, the cool thing is when you fold that card, this piece right here is going to bend behind that. So like that. So if they open their card, see how that bends behind there? It's kind of cool like that. Because then they don't have to worry about ruining that as long as they open it up. Like so. So then they can read without bending that piece. Does that make sense? So that's why you probably don't want to adhere all the way over to that edge, so it will still be able to be free floating. The other thing is I want to add I'm going to add, now we could add some red. On my other one, I did white, but I think this time I'm going to use the red ones because I haven't used them yet. So let's grab a little cluster of our red, and we're going to use that to the top of our bow right there. Aren't those cute? And then on the inside, what I wanted to do was I want to grab, so I need to take these off. I'm going to use both of these like evergreen pine needles, whatever you want to call them. And we're going to go, let's do that a little bit straighter. Okay, same with this one. And so I'm going to stamp this one in Old Olive. And then we need Mossy Meadow. So we're going to use Old Olive for the more fuller, that fuller stamp. Fuller. Okay, Old Olive. And that is just going to come right like so from the top of this tree, or from the top of this tree, from the top of the card. But I'm not stamping on this little white piece here. That's going to be left alone. Ugh, I stuck my fingers right in that. Yikers. Okay, then Mossy Meadow. This is where we're going to use the finer, more detailed little evergreen, pine needles, whatever you want to call them, bow. And I'm just going to do that right over the top of that old olive. Give that a second to soak in, marinate, 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 marinate. And I know it looks very, very dark right now, but in a few seconds, that will all start to lighten up and it will be just gorgeous as that paper seeps in those colors. And so then our card closes just like that. Isn't that so cool? Where it looks like a little window pane. We've got our main little sentiment on the outside. And then whoever gets it can set it up on a bookshelf or window pane and have such a gorgeous little 3D card, little 3D project. So super cute. That is card number 3. And look, I'm being kind of rough with it. It doesn't want to stand up. So that is card number 3. And I hope you guys have enjoyed all these beautiful cards. And you guys are so ready to go purchase the Golden Greenery set. And if you can, I would highly suggest you make sure you get all the things that go with it. You're definitely going to want this paper. This paper is gorgeous. Let me bring in the other 2 cards. So there are some great ideas using this set. And again, don't forget, Pinterest is your best friend. So if you buy this set, don't think that these are the only 3 cards you're going to find on there. There are so many, 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 many wonderful projects on there. And showing off this set along with the whole suite collection. So you will get so much love and use out of this set if you purchase it. Again, I would highly suggest getting the whole suite collection. Now know that if your purchase is over or your order is over $150, do not use my host code. Please remember to still shop www.shopdannygorola.com. But do not use my host code. If your order is over $150, you're going to get some rewards and I want you to have those. If your order is under $150, that's when I want you to use my host code. It's what helps me be able to give the wonderful giveaways that I provide to you guys. So there you go. I hope you guys enjoyed this class. I so love what I do and I love sharing what I do. You guys have a wonderful week. I will be putting out the supply list for the mystery stamping on Wednesday the 6th. So watch for that. I will be adding those to the blog, to my blog, which is pinkbarnstamper.com. Also, you will see them added to Pink Barn Stamper group over on Facebook, which is my private group. If you are not a part of that, I highly suggest you to go over there and join that. There's just a couple of questions. Also, you need to make sure you have a profile picture to get into that group. That's how I kind of make sure that it's not bots and that it's a real person. Also, you will know that you will be able to find the shopping list, all the things that I've used on these wonderful cards over on my blog tomorrow. Again, that is www.pinkbarnstamper.com is where you're going to find still photos of these and the shopping list. You're going to find the replay of this video there. So then you guys can do all these wonderful designs yourselves. All right, you guys, have a wonderful week. Take care of yourselves. Be safe out there. I love you all. Bye-bye.